Hello students, today we are going to start another new unit, that is cardiovascular system. Today's unit is very important and very interesting also. The name of the unit is cardiovascular system. Now what do you mean by cardiovascular system? Cardiovascular system means the system which include heart, and vascular system means the system which include blood. Okay, so basically this entire unit consists of three parts. One is heart, second part is blood and blood vessels. Along with these blood and blood vessels, we are going to study about lymph and lymph vessels also. So first we are going to discuss about blood. Blood is divided into two parts. First of all, let's have a small summary of blood. Blood is a liquid connective tissue. What are liquid connective tissue? It is a connective tissue because it connects two organs. It is a fluid, that's why it is known as liquid connective tissue or fluid connective tissue. It does not contain any kind of fiber in its tissue. I mean, generally connective tissue have some fiber, so it does not have any kind of fiber. It consists of two parts. One is the plasma and one is the formed elements. Plasma, that is a liquid part of blood, and the formed elements, that is formed elements, these are the blood cells. Now formed elements are 45%, while rest of the part, that is 55%, consists of blood plasma. Formed elements are of three types. One is RBC, red blood cell. In general we called it red blood cell, but actually it is red blood corpuscle. This is white blood cell or white blood corpuscle, and this one is platelets. Now the first question is, why platelets is not having the suffix like BC, blood cell? Platelets is not actually a cell. Platelet is a part of a bigger cell. That's why we call it, this one is red blood cell or red blood corpuscle, white blood corpuscle or platelets. वहाँ पर, because it is not the part of a, it is not a cell, that's why it is a part of a cell, not a cell, that's why it is known as platelets. Okay, now this 55% of plasma, it consists of certain proteins, and maximum amount of water is there. There are certain proteins, there are maximum amount of water, that is around 91% of 55%, and other solutes are 1.5%. So approximately 50% is water out of this 55%. Out of this 55% यदि हम बात करते हैं तो it is around 95% water, 1 to 2% inorganic solutes or inorganic substances, and around 4% proteins are there. Beside that, around 1% there is waste material. In 1% waste material is included, your digestive material is included, certain hormones are included. So more or less, when we will go in detail, we will discuss what are the inorganic substances there, what are the organic materials are there, what kind of proteins are there, we will discuss. But in today's video, we are going to discuss about RBC first. You know, cardiovascular system, it is the longest transporting system in the world, or it is the longest transporting system definitely in our body also. So let's discuss about RBC. RBC, chemically known as, scientifically known as erythrocyte. What is its full form? Its full form is red blood corpuscle. Let's understand first its structure. RBC is biconcave in shape. Biconcave, I hope you understand. this kind of biconcave in shape. Mature RBC of mammals does not contain nucleus. So first point is biconcave in shape. Anucleated means no nucleus in a mature RBC. They do not have nucleus. Now please be careful. From every single word there is a question. Why it is biconcave in shape? Being biconcave in shape, its surface area increases, so it can carry more and more oxygen, which is its basic function. It does not have nucleus because absence of nucleus increase the surface area to carry more and more oxygen. For your kind information, there is an exception. Camel have nucleus in their RBC even in a mature stage. They does not contain mitochondria also. No mitochondria. Now why they do not contain mitochondria? See, what is the function of mitochondria? Mitochondria, I'm really missing your classes because this question when I discuss in class na to maza aata hai when you people are responding. Anyway, no mitochondria is there because what is the function of mitochondria? Mitochondria is the site of respiration. It is the powerhouse of the cell where food is oxidized. It means mitochondria is a site where food is oxidized with the help of oxygen. It means mitochondria is a cell organelle which is going to use oxygen. If mitochondria will use oxygen, then it cannot transmit to another cell. तो वो क्या मतलब फिर वो क्या ट्रांसमिट करेगी? It cannot transmit anything. So they do not contain mitochondria to avoid the use of oxygen by itself. This is a very important question. So I have already discussed 3 important questions. This is related with their structure. Even they do not contain endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus also to increase the surface area, so they can carry more and more oxygen. But you will not have any question on Golgi apparatus and all. You may have a question on nucleus. You may have a question on mitochondria. Okay. If the question is why they do not contain nucleus, you may write that to increase the surface area. If the question is why they do not contain nucleus and mitochondria, then you have to answer 2. They do not contain nucleus and mitochondria both, so they can increase the surface area, but they do not contain mitochondria इसलिए भी to avoid that to avoid the use of oxygen. Okay, so this is their basic structure. Now the 4th point is what is their lifespan? Their lifespan is 120 days. Okay, what is the site of formation, where it is formed? Site of formation is liver, spleen and bone marrow. Okay, liver is in case of infants only, while in case of adults it may produce in spleen, it may produce in bone marrow. Spleen is the site of formation of RBC. That's why spleen is also known as blood bank of the body. What is the site of destruction? कहाँ पर? What will happen after 120 days? 120 days के बाद में क्या होगा? That will be engulfed by WBC, that we will discuss in next video. But they will destroy, and where they will destroy? They can destroy in liver. They can destroy in spleen also. And that's why spleen is also known as graveyard of body, where the dead cells of blood can destroy. Okay, now the important question is, another one important question is, RBC consists of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a pigment which is present in RBC, and this hemoglobin consists of 2 parts. One is heme, that is a pigment, and another one is globin, which is a protein. Now the heme pigment consists of iron, okay, because of that it imparts color. Now I told you that in liver it will destroy. It will destroy means hemoglobin will break down into heme and globin. This heme could be utilized further by the body, but this globin will convert into bile pigments. ये bile pigments में convert होगा. And what are these bile pigments? There are two bile pigments. One is bilirubin and another one is biliverdin, which impart yellow color for the bile juice. Okay, so okay. Here you can note that blood of insects, cockroach or arthropoda and mollusca, organism of arthropoda and mollusca, they do not have hemoglobin. Instead of hemoglobin, they have hemocyanin. And hemocyanin is a blue pigment because instead of iron, it has copper. So due to presence of copper, it imparts blue color. Okay, so this already we have discussed. Okay, now what is the number of RBC in normal healthy men? It is around 5 to 5.5 million. What is the number? 5 to 5.5 million per cubic millimeter. 5 to 5.5 million per cubic millimeter. This is the number of RBC in our body. Now there is a certain situation when the RBC count increases. When we go on a height, that time RBC count increases. Why? Because on the height the availability of oxygen is less and the requirement of your body is more. You need more energy. You need normal energy चाहिए ही चाहिए, उसके बावजूद भी आपको ऊपर चढ़ाई करने के लिए और एक्स्ट्रा भी चाहिए. So the people, those who are living in hilly areas, they contain more RBC to get the more and more amount of oxygen, because at hill station or on the altitude already oxygen supply is less. Similarly, if there is some pregnant lady, okay, or the mother is lactating means वो बच्चे को दूध पिलाती है. In that case also you can notice that they have more number of RBC. उनके ना ऐसे गाल थोड़े चबी से होते हैं. ऐसे हिली स्टेशन वाले जो लोग होते हैं उनके गाल थोड़े से रेडिश होते हैं. That is because of more number of RBC, because that pregnant lady require more energy for the development of the fetus. Okay, sometime we have abnormal increase in RBC. It could be because of some disease. It's not like that ki those who are living in hilly stations, they have some abnormality. I'm not talking about that abnormality, but because of some disease or because of some reason, if the RBC count increases, that is known as polycythemia. What it is called? Polycythemia. It is given in your book, you can learn from there. And if the RBC count decreases on and sudden, यदि वो कम हो जाता है, that is called एरिथ्रोसाइटोपिनिया. एरिथ्रो RBC के लिए होता है, साइटो सेल होता है, पीनिया मतलब पी गए कम हो गया. एरिथ्रोसाइटोपिनिया क्या है? Okay, I will write this now. Erythro for red blood, erythrocyto for cell, penia to drink. So erythrocytopenia is an abnormal decrease in RBC. Now, what is the basic function of RBC? The basic function of RBC is to carry oxygen. How they carry oxygen? I told you they consist of hemoglobin. This hemoglobin combine with oxygen and it forms oxyhemoglobin. Oxyhemoglobin. Okay. When hemoglobin combined with carbon dioxide, these are the all these three, one more I am going to discuss. All these three are important question. When hemoglobin combined with carbon dioxide, and especially this because many of you do mistake here, it form carbo amino hemoglobin. And the next one is when hemoglobin combined with carbon monoxide, it forms carboxyhemoglobin. Now, it is a very important question. When they form carboxyhemoglobin is a stable compound. Listen very carefully. When carbon monoxide is formed when there is a less supply of oxygen. Sometime during winter, especially in village, people they have sigdi, that अंगीठी उसको जलाते हैं to keep the room warm, and after they close the entire room to avoid any kind of cold wind waves. Okay, because of that incomplete oxidation takes place because of the less supply of oxygen, and because of this incomplete oxidation carbon monoxide is formed, and this carbon monoxide combined with hemoglobin. When it combined with hemoglobin, it forms stable compound, and it will not break into carbon monoxide and hemoglobin. When it's supplied to another cell, it will not break down into carbon monoxide and hemoglobin. If it will not break down into carbon monoxide and hemoglobin, it cannot carry oxygen. बच्चों फिर से समझो, hemoglobin when combined with oxygen form oxyhemoglobin. Oxyhemoglobin when reach from one cell to another cell, then it will break down, it will release oxygen and hemoglobin is free. अब hemoglobin बिल्कुल जैसे ना एक उस पर गाड़ी पे दो बच्चे बैठे हैं, उन्होंने एक गाड़ी में इस बच्चे को ड्रॉप किया, वापस फ्री हो गए, फिर दूसरी गाड़ी, फिर वापस आए, फिर दूसरा बच्चा लिया, फिर वहाँ पर ड्रॉप किया, फिर ये वाला सिस्टम होता है. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, then hemoglobin will be free, so it can carry further oxygen. But in this case of carbon monoxide, it cannot carry more oxygen. ये further oxygen को carry नहीं कर सकता है. That's why the person can die because of suffocation. यहाँ पर इंसान की death हो सकती है because of suffocation. This is a very important question. So this entire page is very important, students. Lot of important questions are there. Why nucleus is absent? Why mitochondria is absent? What compounds they can form with the hemoglobin, oxygen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide? All these points. What is their shape? Why they do not have nucleus? What is their lifespan? And what is their site of formation and site of destruction and all. So this entire page is very, very, very important. On the side there is a table. We will discuss this table at last. So we will start page number 3 of this chapter, and in next video we are going to discuss about WBC and its types. That is once again another amazing video. Okay, till then, take care, goodbye, bye bye.